Lions TV, this is your post-match analysis video for last night's absolutely atrocious 4-0 defeat on the road against Birmingham. In true Millwall fashion, the unbeaten run ends in style. As always, let's kick off the show by taking a look at the 11 that Alex still picked to start the match. It was Crocombe in goal, Wes Harding right back, Joe Bryan left back, Kramer and Cooper the central defence pairing. It was Denor and Mitchell in the centre of midfield with Luke Cundle in a 10, Tierno Ballo on the left, Kamil Nežley on the right, and up front as a lone striker, Mihailo Ivanovic. Do you know what? I don't know whether this video is going to take very long. And then when I thought about it, it could take a very, very long time. What the fuck's a man got to do to have a night off? I'm going to talk more about the game, less about the game, than I am going to talk about the performance. I put this post out at full time on social media. Fucking hell, try summing that up. Birmingham 4, Millwall 0. We don't do things by halves, do we? We were always going to lose our unbeaten run. To do it like that was pathetic. Absolutely melted in the rain. No Femi, no party. Completely clueless without Aziz. Serb powder puff, Ballo powder puff, Cundle powder puff. Nežley scared of his own shadow. We've got some decent players but badly missing a big, horrible, experienced centre forward and a 10. Like a load of inexperienced kids playing against men. Still fourth though, wipe your mouth and get a reaction against Preston. I then went on to ask who was doing the co-coms on Millwall TV+. It was Andy Marshall, ex-Millwall goalkeeper of course, and until very recently Millwall goalkeeper coach. Powder puff just means absolute flake, complete shithouse, no good, waste of space basically. Not strong in a tackle, just not just a waste of time on the pitch basically. In case you didn't know what that meant. So I'm going to go through the team. Okay, I'm not going to cover like the game as such. I'm going to talk about individuals. Did Alex Neil get anything wrong? Look, hindsight is a wonderful thing. By the way, myself and I don't think anyone has got an issue with the unbeaten away run coming to an end. Unbeaten at home until that point last night. It was always going to happen. It was just the manner of the performance. Did Alex Neil do anything wrong in that starting 11? Yes, for me he did. I would have gone with Kramer at right back. I said I liked Wes, he's a consummate pro, and I stand by that now. Alex Neil's in a very difficult position because a few weeks ago I was sitting here saying he needs to find his best side and stick with it, which he has done. But now what that's not allowed any of the fringe players to do is come in and get minutes. So you had Wes Harding coming in there absolutely cold, and he does that a lot. Ain't may have played for a month, 2 months, maybe 3. But when he comes in, he really does a very good job. Last night he didn't. And he wasn't the only one, by the way. People were saying he's not at this level. Why is he playing for this football club? Look, we're not a bad team, and you don't become a bad team overnight. We are still there or thereabouts, make no mistake. We just need to try and eradicate these outrageous defeats. 3-0 home to Middlesbrough, 4-1 home to Coventry, was it 4-0 maybe? And 4-0 last night. The other 2 games before last night, I actually thought we was in those games. Okay, especially against Coventry. We was chasing it when they scored their third. And Borough, I don't think they scored till, I don't want to guess what minute, but we was in that game to start with. We was not in this game last night from start, really, to finish. I might give you the first 10 minutes if you want to argue it. So that was one thing that I wouldn't have done that Alex Neil did. And I think he'll have to change that now. Saturday, he needs a reaction. We're struggling what we can do in terms of getting a reaction further up the pitch, and I'll get onto that. But I would have gone with Kramer. But that wasn't really a mistake by Neil. That was his personal preference. Okay, now, where I feel we made a big mistake, and again, I'm not digging anyone out, and I'm going to go to Joe Bryan now. I'm not digging Bryan out for the loss last night. He was bad, okay, along with the rest of them. I'm going to say with the exception probably of Billy Mitchell in the first half. I actually, and I'll get shit for that, I know, but it's just genuinely how I saw the game. I actually stopped watching after they scored their third, and when I say I stopped watching, I switched off. But I didn't switch the TV off. The TV was still on. I was still sitting in front of it. And my head was pointed in that direction. But I was just not watching. I just wasn't taking anything in that was going on. A little bit shocked maybe. Scrolling my phone. Pissed off. I feel badly for the fans that travelled up. I know a lot of you left early. Got absolutely fucking drenched on an hour's or half an hour's walk to the ground from the train station. That's why I don't get trains to any away games, because I don't like trains for one, I don't like walking for 2, and I won't be dictated to by police, this is where you're going and what train you're getting on, and you can't walk this way, you've got to walk that. That's why I always drive to away games. I've veered massively off. I always do. So fair play to everyone that travelled last night, including Pete, Connor, and the Flying Scotsman. Warren, his real name is. I like to just call him the Flying, basically. The Flying flew down last night, landed, I don't know what time, but I know he was in the air about 4:30, and he's gone back today, and he's coming back again for Preston Saturday. So fair play to him and everyone else that travelled. We took a good travelling up there, 1200. Joe Bryan I was on. Now, for me, this is where, fucking nearly called him Rowett here, I definitely won't be doing that. Alex Neil got it wrong because, like I said, it was forced, that change at right back, because Lenny's out injured. We don't know how long for. We've not heard anything on that just yet. But the one at left back wasn't. I did say in my preview that Zach Sturge has cemented that place. Now, I know there's been a lot of games. I know we don't know what goes on in training. But for me, you want to disrupt that back five as little as possible. And to take Sturge out, he was on the bench. He came on as a sub, so he wasn't injured. To put in Joe Bryan, who is, yes, very experienced, but again, with a Wes Harding thing, maybe played a bit more recently than Wes. I'm not sure, actually. But Joe Bryan hasn't played for a fucking long time. And then you've now changed two out of that back five instead of just one. Okay, in Alex Neil's argument, he could say, well, you wanted to take Kramer out of that centre-back and move him across. Yes, I did. But that still would have only caused one change. It wouldn't have caused two changes. So I think you got that one wrong. Midfield, the first goal for them. Should we get onto that? The first goal for them is one of the most poorly conceded goals I've ever seen by a football team. Their centre-back basically gets the ball. He's bang on the edge of his own 18-yard line. He passes a flat ball straight through the middle to their player, who receives it bang on the halfway line. Now, I just said Billy Mitchell played well in the game. Where the fuck the midfield was, I don't know. For that one. And I thought Billy did plug away. I thought Casper went completely missing. And I'll get shit for saying this as well. I love Casper. I love Billy as well. You know that. I don't think sometimes Casper gets... If he's having a bad game, or basically, if Casper Denol gets the ball and he spreads it wide, people go, fucking, what a player, what's a passing range. Billy Mitchell does it, people go, hey, pass it sideways, pass it backwards. And I felt Casper went missing last night, which doesn't happen often, and I can understand why he did. Atrocious conditions, terrible performance, no one around him was helping him out. And that first goal, I can put it down to probably the two central midfielders and the three in front of the two, who I'm now going to get onto. The three, and they're 1-0 up, by the way. The three in front of the two. We had two opportunities on goal. One was a long-range shot, powder puff from Tierno Ballo. The one before that was the first one, which was Luke Cundle's one. Absolutely fantastic technique from Cundle. In that weather, to watch that ball get headed out from the edge of the box, watch it drop out the sky and control that volley first time. His body shape, the technique was brilliant, and he was very, very unlucky. Other than that, I didn't want Alex Neil to put Luke Cundle in the starting 11. He was no worse than anyone else last night. I don't know what strong attributes he has. A problem I've got with him, and maybe I shouldn't have this one, is he looks like a teenager. He looks like a child. And so does Nesley. And so does Ballo. You know, in terms of their appearance and their physicality. Last night, those three were absolutely horrendous. As was everyone else. I'm just on that section of the team at the minute. It was like children, for a youth team playing against men. And then Alex Neil, again, this is what I feel we got massively wrong. Smallbone was playing at a 10. Smallbone isn't a 10, but what it did, it made us stronger in our core of midfield and allowed us to get on the ball more, allowed us to dictate games. And then Smallbone would join in. He's gone really with Cundle, who's, I'd argue, is more of a 10. Okay, he can play wide as well. I know he can play central midfield, but I think that Alex Neil thinks that Luke Cundle's strongest position is 10. I don't know why Ray Spanker and Williams isn't getting a chance. Alex Neil clearly doesn't rate him. Again, that's his preference. But Nesley, Ballo and Cundle, we're relying on them. They shit out last night. The whole team fucking shit out, right, completely. But we're relying on them to create and provide for the big Serb, who's getting it next, don't worry. We miss Aziz badly. That's not Alex Neil's fault, but my mate said the other week to me, who's an Arsenal fan, you're only an Aziz away from being shit again. And we're not shit, but we look completely fucked without Femi. We look completely lost and devoid of any ideas going forward. Anyone that's willing to take the responsibility, not only on the ball, but within the team and say, right, fuck this, give me the ball, I will make things happen. They were not at those three at all last night. And the three of them are the types of players, less so Kundal, the other two, wide men. You know what wingers are like in general. They flit in and out of games and you're relying on one of them to catch a spot. It reminded me a little bit of when I really used to rate Conor Mahoney and Mason Bennett, but neither of them could stay fit. And you need those players, one, to stay fit, but two, you need one of to fire. With those two, you can never get either of them on the pitch at the same time. That was the bigger problem. With Nesley and Ballo, and Kundal in behind the 10 creating, none of them were creating, but none of them caught fire. But none of, Nesley to me looks completely fucking so low on confidence and completely lost. Doesn't look like the same player we signed. For £4.5 million, by the way. Ballo's on loan. I'll give him a pass. He's doing all right. He's still finding his feet. He scored against Oxford. Had a very good game previous to that. A couple of assists. I can't remember who he was against now. Could have been Stoke, maybe. It weren't Leicester because he only scored once. Which leads me on to the Big Serb. The Big Serb gets no service whatsoever. The Big Service. So he has to have a slight pass for that. But in spite of that, like at Oxford and like many times we're seeing, he is a terrible footballer. He cannot play football. I would love to try and see him do keep-ups. I know you don't do keep-ups in games, or ping a few passes. He cannot play football, right? He's an out-and-out. What is he for us? I'm looking like he's like a gimmick for us, and and I love him, and he scores some great goals, but that's all he can do. But he received no service whatsoever from out wide to have any opportunities at goal or balls into him so he could shoot. So on that basis, he gets the pass. The problem is his hold-up play. Now, I did feel in the first half it was slightly better, okay? He got the ball a couple of times and he laid it off. But if you're watching the show, the Big Garlic, you're probably not, but a bit of advice. The ball comes in, get hold of the fucking thing, right? Because if I was playing in that team and my striker weren't getting hold of the ball, I'd be fucking raging with him. We're under the cosh here. Get hold of the fucking thing. First touch, get your fucking arm up, control the ball, and then get your head up quick. I used to play with a geezer in non-league, mate. Richard Dimmock was a mate of mine back in the day. If anyone knows Dimmo, he's fucking absolute loose cannon. What a character. He was unbelievable. But he could roll defenders as well and shoot left foot or right. But he would get his big fucking arse in. He'd get his arm up and he'd control the ball and get his head up and then he'd lay off. Another player I used to play with, Danny Fernley. Fern Dog. I'm going on personal things. Another outrageously good player. And that's what they did. And the second one was only a little fella. Get his fucking arse out. You ain't having the ball. He protects it. The Big Serb, but he's one flicks trying to flick it. First and foremost, to flick a ball on first time, Garlic, sorry to tell you, you're not good enough to do it. Secondly, if you was good enough to do it, which you're not, the players around you, we don't commit that many players forward. If you're playing for fucking a top of the table side, who's top of the table? I can't even fucking think. Coventry. If you're playing for Coventry, right? I'm sure Hadji Wright can do those one-touch flicks because he knows Thomas Asante and whoever else. Jack Rudoni, if he's not injured, can be running in front and they're going to have commitment and players forward. We don't do that, especially away from home. So these flicks, we got no one up there, mate. Get your fucking arse out, set yourself, take a touch, get your fucking head up and be strong on the ball and lay it off. So frustrating. So fucking frustrating. Mate, I only wanted the night off. That's all I wanted. I went to work Sunday. I got in at 4 o'clock Tuesday. And I had a bath. I thought, I'm not doing no videos tonight. I'm going to fucking chill out. Me and him had a bit of dinner. We sat down. He fell asleep after the fucking third goal went in. We just completely give up. The second goal is a mistake from Wes Harding. I've covered Wes. Everyone absolutely slating him on social media now. I don't really think it's fair. He usually does a very good job when he comes in for us. But he's had to come in because Danny Mack's not fit. And when Danny Mack comes back, he's probably not going to be ready. He's been out a very, very long time to step in and play those amount of games. I don't know what's happening. Lenny, like I said, if you know anything, let me know in the comments. Or you've read anything. No, I know Lenny's best mate's cousin or something. None of them ones. Just if you've seen anything on reliable sites, then let me know. Pages on social media. So this is now for me the problem. Because the problem is, I'm going to say it for the 100th time, we dropped a bollock in the transfer window. Go back. People love to go back and clip my videos up and put them on Twitter when I'm wrong. Clip them up, have a look, right? I said we have dropped a bollock in this transfer window. We have not got a right back and we have not got a centre forward. And never more has that been evident. I don't know why he started the serve last night. It weren't a mistake. Again, that was his personal preference. He should have played Langstaff. What you have to do now is look at it and go, right. And by the way, it weren't the Serbs' fault we lost the game. Langstaff, you're probably going to play. I'm not so sure yet. First of all, I'm going to ask Zach Lovelace, any chance of you kicking a fucking football for this football club? Ever? I'm starting to think he's an AI character that don't fucking exist. Is Zach Lovelace going to play football for this football club? Okay, no he isn't. So we stick with Langstaff for now. Because the Serbs badly out of form and starved of any service. That's the team, the players covered really. The second goal is right on half time. Like I said, Wes Harding gave it away. It's a terrible, never a good time to see the goal in a football match. But the second goal, Wes gives it away. They go across. It gets put across the box. I've even covered the first. The first goal, the pass, I did do the first. But when that cross come in and got cleared to the edge of the box, Tierno Ballo looks like he's fucking going to offering the geezer a biscuit when he walks towards him. Like just going, all right, mate, like, don't get out quick enough. And that happens again for a couple of the goals. The second goal, people weren't picking up. Out of position. I know the move broke down, so we're probably going to be out of position. But it was a killer blow bang on half time. And then right at the start of the second is the third, and that's when my mind went, fuck off. I was enjoying this afternoon off, an evening off. And I'm home now, as you can see, back in Friday. But, yeah, the third goal, again, it's not very good, is it? It's just another one that's cleared to the edge of the box. No one deals with it. No one's there. No one's there to deal with it. The shape has got to be all wrong. Still got total faith in the manager. He can use this now as bait. Okay, the fourth goal is a Kramer. He just walked through the team. The commentator said he just walked through the team. I had to genuinely, hand on heart, I had to watch the highlights back today, not to get my thought process for this video, because I don't even remember the fourth goal. I didn't want to even watch it. I just went, oh, they scored again. It could have been 6. It could have been 6. Fair play to Birmingham. You know, I said I'll wear big boys in the preview. It's a bit of tongue-in-cheek for our fans, for all the Birmingham fans that have come over and give me loads of views. Thank you, though. But you've got to take your hat off to them. They look like they've formed a really good time. Of course, it would be right before they play us. 2 back-to-back 4-0 wins against us and Pompey. 8 goals scored, none conceded. So, really good bit of form there just about to hit. And hopefully they'll knock a few more teams over in the way. We got away with it last night because we're still 4th. Preston play later tonight. I'm going to watch that one. But I don't know where I was. I don't know what I'm saying now. But I think I've covered pretty much everything. The problem we got is the last thing. The problem we've got is, I said straight away after the game, spoke to a few people, that's it, we'll win Saturday. We'll beat Preston 1-0. I'm shit on the preview here, which will be out tomorrow, by the way. We'll beat Preston 1-0. It'll be a very solid, physical, good defensively, bodies on the line, but nick a win performance. The type we do like at the Den, do you know what I mean? And we can get at the Den. But the problem is, who's he going to do it with? What's he going to do? He now has no choice to take Harding out, move Kramer over because Kramer had a stinker as well, put him at right back and put Caleb Taylor in alongside Cooks. He came on last night, Caleb Taylor. Couldn't tell you how he played. I didn't see him kick one ball. And when we was 4-0 down, I looked over at the bench and he tripped off and I went, don't worry, Ido Mako's coming on, he's going to sort it. And nothing against Ido. It just seemed like a bit of a desperate substitution from Alex Neil. I get why he got the other 3 on, especially Caleb Taylor, because I think he's thought, right, fuck this, I'll have to change his Saturday now, get you 3 on, get you some minutes in preparation for Saturday. But he's, Joe Bryan off your pop, Zach Sturridge will be straight back in. I would play 3 central midfielders. We did it with Smallbone in the team. We did well when Smallbone was in the team till he fucking got injured. No, I forgot about him. Well, I didn't forget about him, but I forgot he was to check on what's going on with his injury. No idea, not heard nothing. Not been checking socials a lot, so let me know if anyone knows on, obviously, the main man, Fenwa, Lenny and Smallbone. They're big misses, but someone said on my comments earlier, what we need to do is go out and get a replacement for Femi Aziz. We've got one, mate. His name's Ido Maku. We're understaffed, we're under quality because we can't be as reliant on Aziz as we are, but we are, and we've got no fucking strikers. Coburn, we knew he was injury prone. They let Nisbet go. All right, Nisbet's shit. I didn't rate him at the club. He didn't want to be at the club, but you don't let him walk out the fucking door. You've not got someone to come in and replace him numbers-wise, and then Coburn gets injured. The Serbs not firing. We're calling Langstaff and AJ Matthews. I don't know any other strikers at the club. Someone's probably going to put in the comments, Sheldon Kendall. Sheldon Kendall. I thought I said Kendon Sheldon or something. I didn't. I got it right, so let's keep going. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do. I can't. Fuck knows. It's international break. That's one good thing. After Saturday, sometimes I say, we didn't want the international break to come, but we fucking do. Badly do, because we're fucked until January. We're not fucked. We're a good side, but we need Femi back. And in January, we need to bolt it up and go, right, we don't want to rely on only going to A, and his name is Aziz, so that works. A, we need a B and a C. And up front, I mean, we're 2 strikers short, at least up front. He's changed the formation. He can't ever go back to 4-4-2 because we ain't got the players to do it. We'll have to get Andy Marshall back. He was brilliant on commentary, by the way, on Millwall TV Plus, and stick him up front, even though he's a goalkeeper. I don't know. I'm out of ideas at this point. But I don't know what he's going to do on Saturday regarding the striker situation and regarding getting people firing in behind. I urge you, Sir Alex, I love you. Play Mitchell, absolutely burying the preview here. Mazu Sakho, Mitchell and Denor. Play all 3 of them. Right, and then they can travel forward. 2 can go, 1 can stay. They're going to get on the ball more. We're going to dictate the play more. The wide men, I'll be honest, take your pick of a bad bunch. An under-inspiring bunch, shall I say. Get Cundle out the side. For those who think I hate Cundle, I don't. I'm not blaming him. I just don't think he's very good at football. I'm not blaming him for last night. But I did say in the preview for playing, that's not going to help. Yes, he was the only one that could target in the game. I'll give you that. But that's just my opinion. I'm sorry, and I will keep saying it because it's my channel. I can say what I want. If you don't think that I shouldn't be digging Cundle out and I shouldn't be praising Billy Mitchell and Jake Cooper, then I urge you, start your own fucking YouTube channel. Or don't watch this one. There's the answer to it. No, do keep watching. I'm only joking. So there you go. 4-0. Absolutely fucking obliterated. What did Pete say? Pete said we have been absolutely... annihilated. I didn't even know the word annihilated begin with an A. I went to write it in the description. I had to look it up. Thought it was I. It's not. A-N-W. I'm not going to try and spell it, but it begins with an A. I didn't even know. I've heard that word. Never had to spell it before until last night. Wow. We don't fuck around, do we? Like I said, we don't do things by ours. That feels like it's been really long. I don't even know. Can't see the time. Ain't got my glasses on. But I'll be back tomorrow for a preview. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you sat through it to the end, fair play. If you went to Birmingham, I'm sorry, even though I wasn't there and it was nothing to do with me. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.